But just this clothing itself, they can do things to you. With lots of care, it is handled in our homes. These days, it's all going away.
It all started on a lazy Sunday morning. After months of hardly leaving the apartment, I was feeling a bit suffocated. And I'd also read in the news about a bear sighting in a nearby enchanted forest. The name was exciting and the possibility of seeing some wildlife, so I packed up my video gear to go get some Nat Geo shots. You never know. I'm taking a tiny little non-essential outing to a park, hopefully to find a little abandoned spot of my own to chill for a while. Little did I know that there was much more behind this exotic name than meets the eye. Legend says that there's been extensive practice of black magic and witchcraft here, and even today, witches gather here on full moon nights. People have heard voices, seen ghosts, others report strange temperature fluctuations. Wait, would that sudden rain of all days to rain as soon as I reached, followed by complete dryness, count as strange? 13 sister witches were burned and buried right here under the reservation. And no matter how many times they pave the road, 13 bumps appear again and again. And the place is jinxed. Every possible business venture from the 1700s has failed miserably. There's something so mysterious about being in the forest. Now, I didn't know if this legend was true or what, but all I knew was, in spite of all the social distancing, I was beginning to feel a bit too socially distant. So I decided it's time I go back to the apartment for some one-on-one consultation with an expert. It sounded like black magic rituals mixed with religion, violence, and other spooky stuff. The expert didn't seem to be sure if all this was actually true or not, but witch burning actually did happen all across Europe and the United States, often to innocent women who in some way stood against the norms of society then. So that part is very much possible. Back in India, and especially Kerala, we're no stranger to black magic. But the difference is, in India, there's a whole science of how to use specific materials and using that with other complex processes.
You know how occult is done? You want to cause harm to you, you know what they do? The first thing that they do is, they will take your underwear or hair. If they can get a body part, yes, your hair or nails if they get, that is very good, that's part of your body. If they can't get it, the first thing they will do is some clothing which is in contact with your body. First thing is, your underwears will be missing. Really, people take enormous care in India. They will always ensure that underwear is never put outside. Because if one underwear goes, they will investigate in a big way what happened. Because they don't want some unfriendly person who is some enmity to you to take that. Especially unwashed clothes, with lots of care it is handled in our homes. These days it's all going away because we're just giving away to the dhobi or, the washerman who takes it and all. Otherwise, traditionally in our homes, it is so taken care of. It is all put in a closed basket. Somebody who knows inside the house, it must be washed, it should never be taken out. Because just this clothing itself, they can do things to you.
Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? And it's so widespread and effective all across India that the government is trying to make it illegal. But as you can imagine, that would get a bit tricky. Wait a minute. Now, is this some new agey kind of talk here? See, on a simple level, we all know what it is to create negative energy. That little anger that slowly blows up into a huge rage, that is an experience of negative energy that you can literally feel, right? So black magic is just an extension of this negative energy that we're all capable of creating in ourselves. Children and women, because of the way our biological structure is, are more vulnerable to this. Well, fortunately, the people who could see how to use materials to create a negative impact also knew the ways to protect yourself from receiving that. What's so beautiful about the Indian culture is the traditional Indian woman, from the tilak on her forehead to the anklets and toe rings on her feet. Every bit of it is placed on certain points of the body which are known as nadis in yoga, like energy points or junctures. But in today's world, walking around like this, especially in the US, could seriously hamper your career prospects. So there are some other more discreet and effective methods that you can use in your daily life. Practicing yoga in its truest essence naturally protects you from negative influences. There are also necklaces like a rudraksh or pendant, metal rings, and bracelets, which are all made of natural materials. This is ideal for children, and some wear these for their entire lives. There are also certain yantras or energy forms which, if kept in your house, can easily protect you and your family from negative energy. At least lighting a lamp and keeping it on for as long as possible in the house is very supportive. But it's important to receive all these items from a proper source who knows how to make and energize them in the right way. I've linked a few of these in the description below. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about crystals, some 417 hertz sound, and Reiki and all that. See, a lot of stuff is being done in the name of warding away negativity without any real understanding of what it is. And these can often cause damage to you. So a surefire way to protect yourself without having to wonder if this is true or not is by doing an internal yoga practice as taught by a yogi like Sadhguru who knows what it is.
Essentially, what you're talking about is occult. Occult is a certain technology that you can use your energies to create certain impact. But unfortunately, it's gotten very negative press because market was for the negative. So people used it more negatively than positively. It could also be used positively. You can transform life with it. You could help people out of their health situations, out of their psychological situations. Various things could be done. If we created a society that whatever is given to you, you will use it in a positive way, occult can be a tremendous possibility, as technology can be tremendous possibility. Most of the technology is used for developing arms and armaments and bombs and nuclear bombs and more destructive things. The same thing could have been used for something else. Absolutely, positive things could have been done, but that's not been done because the market is for the negative. Similarly, the same things have happened to occult.
While your experience with black magic may be limited, you may have noticed how just your emotions affect the people around you. So I guess for now, that is our empowerment. As we transform our own negativities into love and compassion, we automatically enhance the lives of everyone and everything around us. What a powerful thought. Before you go, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give the bell a ring too.